What's up, guys? Coach Chris here, and today I want to talk about this question that came up. You know, a lot of people use machines in the gym and they want to know, do they work for helping you achieve the results that you want to see? So today's video is going to be all about, are you wasting your time using machines in the gym? And we're going to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons of using machines, but most importantly, help you with some real tips that you can start to use in your training to effectively start seeing the results that you want to see from a training program. All right, so hopefully in this live training, those of you that are watching live, those of you that are watching later on YouTube, we're going to teach you some easy ways on how to get stronger, how to get leaner, but most importantly, how to move in a more functional manner that's going to help you in your everyday life. Now, before we get started, I need a favor from you. All right, so I need you guys to like this video. I need you to share this video, but only if you enjoy the content, right? When you engage by liking and sharing, this is going to let me know that this is stuff that you guys actually want to hear about. This is stuff that you want to learn more about, and this will help me in the future for making more videos that are going to be more effective for educating you and helping you along with your fitness journey. So if you like the video, go ahead and share this with somebody else that you know maybe is using machines and maybe needs to switch up their training a little bit. So without any more, let's dive into a little bit more about what this video is going to be about. All right, so number one. All right, the problem and why I feel like, and now remember, this is not everyone's opinion, but this is just my opinion, and I'm just sharing this with you guys. You know, why machines might be holding you back. All right, so one of the things that I realize is when people go to the gym, right? When people go to the gym, it's very intimidating, it's very confusing, and you just feel like you're in this sea of people and you don't really know what to do. So I understand that the easiest thing for a lot of people to do is to go up to a machine and just kind of start working out because you're not really sure exactly what to do. You don't really have a plan or a program. You might be new to the gym, and you know the machines just seem like a safe bet. And most importantly, because they literally have pictures on there. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can walk up to a machine and be like, oh, you know, this works this part of the body. I have to do it this way, and it allows for you to actually get some work done in the gym. Now, the positive on that is that, you know, it helps people who don't know what they're doing. Now, the negative on that is that it might not actually be helping you see the results that you actually want to see. Therefore, it might be wasting your precious time, and I know, you know, as a father, you know, as a husband, as a business owner, you know, time is one of the most important things that we have, and we can't always get more of it. So when we're doing stuff, we have to be more effective with that time all the time, right? So I want to talk about, you know, why I'm actually sharing this video in the first place. You know, when I first started working out, I know back in the day, my parents would take me to the LA Fitness, and that's how I worked out. I would just go around and I would use machines and, you know, just lift weights, and it was great getting me started. But as I started to, you know, evolve in my training, get stronger, and wanted to be more athletic, you know, I started doing different exercises, right? I started going to the gym and I started training in a different way. And what I noticed was when I was in college, I would be getting in my workout, right? I would be doing the stuff that I knew about, things that I was learning, and I would notice that people were watching me in the gym, and I'd be looking around and I'd see them watch me, and then I would go downstairs and do a little kickboxing, a little cardio work, and when I would come back upstairs, I would notice that people were doing the workouts that I were doing, or maybe some of the exercises that I was doing. That there were so many people that were in the gym that were unsure about what they were supposed to do, but they didn't really have that confidence to come up to me and ask me what they should do. They, you know, maybe didn't want to feel stupid, or, you know, they just at least wanted to look like they knew what they were doing when they went to the gym. And I feel like so many people have that same thing in common, where they just want to know that they feel like they know what they're doing when it comes to working out. Right, humans are unique like that, right? We have to, you know, we want our own, I guess you could say, certainty. We don't like, you know, you go to work every single day and, you know, you're really good at your job, or maybe you're a parent and you're really good at figuring out what your kid needs, you know. So in life, you've been able to succeed at almost everything that you do, but when it comes to like transforming your body, like this one is a hard one for a lot of people because they don't really know what to do. Now, I want to make sure that we get this one thing clear, which is that I've been training people for 15 years, right? I've been working out all of my life, and I went to school for this. I studied exercise science. And for the last, decade plus, I've just been studying from some of the best in the industry, learning about what they do. So for me, it's a little easier to go to the gym and know what I'm doing. But for the average person that doesn't have a degree in exercise science, that doesn't go to conferences and read books on training, how are you supposed to know? The only way that you could know is by watching videos like this and having someone kind of teach you what you should be doing and kind of steering you away from the things that you shouldn't be doing. So with that being said, I don't want you to think that I'm all the way against machines, and this is why I actually have some pros on why I think machines are very helpful. But I do find that if you hang in there with this video, you're going to get some really crucial tips that are going to help you. And at the end, I also got something for you. So hang around to the end, and I got something for you as well, right? So, if you're spending most of your time in the gym on machines and avoiding your free weights and your body weight exercises, you might be slowing down your progress, right? You might be making it take longer to get to the results that you want to see. Like you're getting work done, but you might not be seeing the progress that you want to see, right? And machines aren't useless; they have their place. But if your goal is to get stronger, to move better, and to burn fat, well, relying on the machines too much could be a big mistake for you, right? You want to really focus on moving your body, lifting weights, using free weights, using, your body weight. These are going to be the things that are actually going to get you results in the gym. All right, so before I dive into the cons about the machines, let's talk about some of the pros, right? So some of the pros we kind of mentioned, right? There's a lower learning curve when it comes to working out on a machine, right? This is undeniable. When you come to them, you sit down, you adjust the seat, it's not too complex, and you're just basically moving your body in a strategic movement pattern, whatever maybe it's a chest press or maybe it's like a pull down machine. So it's super easy because, you only have to do one thing, either push the weight away from you or pull the weight towards you. You're sitting in a seat and there's a picture on there that's telling you what to do, right? You can't really mess this up too much, right? The other thing is there's a lower risk of injury because the machine is guiding you through the movement. Now, what I will say is, in the beginning, right, there's a lower risk of injury in the beginning because as you continue on that path of using machines, you actually might be putting yourself in more harm's way because you're only training that specific movement and you might not be actually training your stabilizer muscles, right? So our shoulder has a lot of stabilizers in there, right? Our hips, our knees, different joints have muscles that help stabilize that joint. And when you're kind of just moving in a fixed state, meaning like you're on a track where you can't really move left, you can't really move right, and you're not really challenged to use your stabilizer muscles, well, that becomes a problem in the future because you're really just training your muscles in isolation, and nobody actually moves in that manner. We don't move in isolation. We move as a total body unit, right? Think about it last time you went to go pick up your groceries and bring them into the house, right? Maybe you were packing your luggage and getting ready to go onto a trip. There's so many different movements that go into that. Whether you're bent over, putting your clothes in and folding them up, maybe you're carrying that luggage with you, you're rolling it. When you get to the plane, you got to put it in an overhead position, so you need to reach up. Well, when you're not training these movements on a regular basis, this is how people get injured in regular life, whether it's manual labor at the job, bending over, picking up boxes, picking up laundry bins, carrying your kids. You have to actually train your body in these manners for it to, feel safe and not get injured doing day-to-day stuff, right? To be able to be strong and have more quality of life. I think that's one of the most important things is that, people aren't necessarily looking to be bikini ready all the time when they're working out. They just want more quality of life, right? So that's why we go to the gym. That's why we work out. But you want to make sure that you're doing stuff that's actually going to add to your quality of life, right? So I talked about some of the pros. Now let's dive into some of the cons, right? The 3 reasons that I believe you are wasting your time when it comes to working out if you're using the machines, right? So number 1, all right, we've kind of hinted at this, right? But you're training in a fixed position, all right? So machines don't mimic how your body moves in real life, all right? When was the last time you thought about you had to push or pull something while sitting completely still? right? It just doesn't happen, right? You don't pick up your laundry sitting in a chair. You don't, like I said, carry your luggage, sitting down, right? You actually are moving around. There's other body parts that are moving with you. So if you're just training your body in a fixed position, you're not actually training your nervous system or your brain to know how to move properly, right? Or even more important, how to move with weight properly. Because this is why, functional training is so good for you, is because, you're moving your entire body. And there's a requirement of balance there. There's a requirement of coordination. Muscles are working in unison together, right? And all these things are super positive when it comes to helping you transform your body, right? If you're just sitting on a machine and doing a bicep curl, well, you just wasted 10 minutes on just one muscle. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because there's a lot of bodybuilders that are out there doing these techniques. And, but the thing is that this video is not for them, right? If you're just somebody who wants to do bodybuilding, this probably isn't the best video for you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that style of training, but who I'm specifically talking to is the person who's going to the gym, who needs to lose weight, who wants to get stronger, and you want to do it in a way that's going to be efficient and effective with your time, because you have other things that you have to worry about in your life, right? You have a job, you might have kids, you might be in school, all right? You don't have a lot of time just to be doing bodybuilding for 2 hours at a time and counting how much rice and broccoli you're eating every day, right? So this isn't for that person. This is for the average person, the everyday person that's just trying to get fit and that doesn't know what to do, right? Now, number two, this is probably one of my favorite reasons, or the biggest reasons that I don't like machines, is that they don't challenge your core. All right, they don't challenge your core. When we're teaching exercises like goblet squats or lunges or back squat or deadlift or kettlebell swing, even just a plank where we're directly training your core, if you're training these movement patterns, you're working a lot of your body at one time, right? If I'm doing a goblet squat, I'm not only just working my legs, I'm also stabilizing at my core. I'm also holding the weight in front of me, so I'm training my shoulders, right? I'm training my biceps. I'm training my grip strength, right? So we have all these muscles that are being worked at the same time. And when you're working all these muscles at the same time, it's super beneficial because you're burning more calories, right? So if you're just sitting on a machine and you're just doing a couple reps and then you rest and you do some more reps and then you rest, well, you're not really burning that many calories. Therefore, you're not actually helping yourself lose weight, right? And we got to remember, why did we start the program? It was to burn fat and to build muscle, right? And to get lean and get toned, right? So if you're, doing a lot of machine work, you're really limiting the amount of calories that you're burning in that specific amount of time when you're training. So this is why I believe doing more of a functional training program for people who are just getting started, people who are intermediate in their journey, that's going to be more beneficial for you. And even in advanced people, because I still really don't use machines, I just do more advanced lifts, like more barbell exercises. I combine different exercises together in a workout. This allows me to really get my metabolic rate a lot higher. I'm utilizing that little bit of time that I have, whether it's 45 minutes or an hour, to get as much work done as I can. And the more work that you do in a specific time means that you're going to burn more calories, and the more calories you burn, it means that you're burning more fat, right? So this is where we're going here, right? So doing exercises like kettlebell swings, goblet squats, push-ups, planks, TRX rows, pull-ups, chin-ups. These are going to help you use more of your body at one time. If you're doing a deadlift, it's a total body exercise. You have to brace at your core. You're using your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back, right? You're using your shoulders. And then not to mention, you're putting force into the ground and you have to lift these loads up. So you're burning a ton of calories while doing these exercises, which is why this way of training works so much better than just sitting on a machine and working out. I mean, I'm talking about 300, 400 calories in a workout versus maybe 100 or 200 calories in a workout, right? Someone who's a little bit bigger, you might actually burn closer to 600, 700, 800 calories in a workout in 1 hour by utilizing more functional training and more body weight, free weight type exercises because your body has to do more work, your brain has to focus more, so you're balancing, you have to have coordination, you got to have strength, you're working different muscles together at the same time. So this is why this is a much more effective way to train if your goal is to lose fat and build muscle, right? Now, I kind of hinted at this, right? You burn fewer calories. So number 3, you burn fewer calories when you're working on a machine, right? The machine isolates your muscles. And in the real world, movement requires multiple muscle groups working at the same time, right? So I like to call that like more dynamically, right? Our body is moving in a more dynamic fashion, right? It's working together. If I'm doing a push-up, right, I have to stabilize at my core. I have to squeeze my glutes. My quads are engaged. And then and if I'm lowering down, I'm using my shoulders. I'm pushing away. I'm using my chest. I'm using my triceps. So there's a reason why we like to do this is because, even in a push-up exercise, which is an upper body exercise, we're still utilizing our lower body and our midsection to get stronger, and this is how we're able to get a faster and more effective results with our clients, because we don't have machines here at Impact. We don't actually, I think the only machine that we have is a cable machine, and most of the time that we're using that, it's called a functional trainer. We're in a functional movement pattern, whether I have you on a knee, I might sit you down, right? But a lot of times I like to have you standing up. We like to chop with those cables. We like to pull, do some rows with it, maybe some presses, and all those movements require you stabilizing your core. So using your core and developing more core strength because of that, right? So there you have it, guys. So those are the 3 reasons, right? So number 1, machines aren't that effective because they're training you in a fixed position. All right. Number 2, they don't really challenge your core, which means that you're really leaving a lot on the table when it comes to your training. And then number 3 was that you're actually burning less calories when you're working out on a machine. So just training more functional, doing more free weights, you're going to burn more calories, and you're going to strengthen more of your body, all right? So what should you do instead, all right? What should you do instead? To build muscle and to burn body fat, you need to do a few, styles of exercise, I guess you could say. Instead of focusing on isolation or working a specific muscle, right? I hear a lot of people say bicep or back and bi day, chest and tri, lower body leg day. When you think about training, when you think about workouts, most of the people are looking at it from that standpoint, a bodybuilder standpoint. So all they're really focused on is, am I working this part of my body today? It's Monday, then it's Tuesday, they're working a different part. But the reason why that fails is because maybe you got to skip a day. Right? Maybe someone gets sick or you're sick and you got to take a day off, and what happens? Maybe you come back, it's leg day, and you're like, I don't really like doing legs, so you don't really want to do leg day, right? So it has a lot of flaws in general. It's hard to really be consistent with it. So the way we train people here at Impact is we do either 2 times a week total body workouts, or we do 3 times a week total body workouts, and we focus on about 7 different movement patterns in those workouts, right? So that is a squat, that's a hip hinge, that's a lunge, like it's some type of single leg balance exercise, a push exercise, a pull exercise. We work our core in different ways, right? So that's kind of how we think about designing our training programs. And then there's tools, right? There's tools that we use to be able to deliver that, right? So it's not that we just do only kettlebells here, right? We don't just only do barbells, right? I don't believe in just having one modality as far as how we train, right? So we're going to use different body weight or free weight type exercise, or I guess you could say equipment, right? So it might be kettlebells, it might be TRX. You might be doing body weight movements. We might use, like I said, a cable machine, a resistance band, right? A barbell, a landmine where we actually stick the barbell into like this little collar thing and allows us to kind of swivel and do all kinds of cool exercises, right? Dumbbells, all right, sandbags, ropes, sleds, air bikes. All these tools that we use allow us to be able to train our entire body in a more dynamic way, in a more effective way, especially when it comes to time. Our average training session for our members is about 50 to 55 minutes for them to be able to come in, warm up, go through a training program, and cool down and stretch, right? So we're covering everything that I just said. Like, we're doing total body, and we're in and out in less than an hour. and they're training 2, 3, or 4 times a week, some of them maybe 5 times a week, but they're doing this and they're getting better results than most people that are just going to the gym and using machines or doing a bodybuilding program, right? So our clients, you know, we've had multiple clients lose 40, 50, 60 pounds in a year, right? Our average client in their first 12 weeks loses anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds of body fat while putting on 3 to 5 pounds of muscle, right? And when you put on muscle, you're actually boosting your metabolism, which means that in the future, it's more sustainable. You're gonna be able to keep losing weight, or you're gonna be able to maintain the weight that you've already lost, which is super important. But like, let's not just look at like the results that we're seeing there. Let's think about how effective it is for your daily quality of life. Being able to walk upstairs, bend over, tie your shoes, pick up things, run, play around with your kids, right? And not worry about being injured. I have nurses here who have to take people off of a bed and take them off of a cart and put them onto a bed. I have people who do manual labor, people who, maybe are an electrician or have to hang drywall. These are the things that you have to do on a regular basis for your job. And now it just got that much easier because you're able to use your body in a different way. You're stronger, you're more resilient, you're not as easy to get injured, and therefore you just have more quality of life by training this way. So this is why I'm just super excited and passionate about teaching people about functional training. Not because, like I said, I'm not here to throw stones at any other style of training, but I just want to get the word out there because this is what I'm passionate about. It helped me become a better athlete. When I started training in a more functional way, I got stronger, I got faster, I was more dynamic on the field, and everyone that I've worked with since then, I've been able to help improve their life, help improve their performance, help them lose weight, help them get their hormones back on track, whatever it is. People that maybe had difficulties getting pregnant were now able to get pregnant. Guys, the effects of training and eating right, I just can't stress it enough that everybody should be doing it. And I think that one of the things that hold people back from going to the gym is not knowing what to do. So videos like these hopefully will help teach you what you need to do when you go to the gym and give you some guidance and instruction that will help you continue to grow in your fitness journey and hopefully in your transformation journey as well. So, like I said, if you like this video, guys, man, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Drop some comments, right? I want to go through the comments and kind of, chat with you guys and see what you guys thought. Maybe answer some more questions that you might have on the video. And then share this with somebody who is going to the gym and maybe they don't know what they're doing or they're wasting time on machines. Maybe it's your workout buddy and you're like, hey, we need to switch up and do what Coach Chris is saying. And obviously, if you're local in the Voorhees area, feel free to visit our website. Book a strategy session so you can get a custom program here to work with us. And also, I have a gift for you guys today. So those of you that have hung around, I'm going to put in the comments, right? I'm going to put in the comments. I have a free 5-day fitness challenge on our app that you can go ahead and download and get on and kind of play around and get 5 days worth of workouts and mobility. And those of you that are actually looking for a little bit more, all right, I actually have our Impact Transform program, right? So this is the same training program that we use here in our gym with a lot of our clients. This is our transformation program. It's a 16-week, 2-time-a-week strength and fat loss program. It's also on our app. It gives you all the videos, exercises, sets, reps, all that good stuff. I also included with that a nutrition guide, a cookbook with our recipes, as well as my ultimate metabolic conditioning blueprint. So there's about 50, 60, 70 workouts that you can do on off days. I'm going to also link that up in the comments. So that's the Impact Transform program. You'll also get all those cool bonuses with that. And I'm selling that program right now at 60% off, right? I'm selling that program right now at 60% off. So I'm going to link up both of those. So those of you that maybe just want to try out something for free, free and get your kind of feet wet with our app, you can jump on the free 5-day challenge. And those of you that really want to take it to the next level and be able to have a structured workout program and plan that you can do in the gym, I'll also link that up in the comments for our Impact Transform program. It's beginner friendly. And it's also for intermediate. So if you're beginner, intermediate, it's a great program for you to jump on. You'll also get thrown into our community where you can actually engage, ask questions to me and my coaches, and we can answer it on the fly to be able to help you, guide you through the 16 weeks of that training plan. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. And if you have specific questions that you want answered on future videos, please also leave those in the comments so that way we can keep delivering videos that are going to help you in your fitness journey. Once again, I'm Coach Chris from Impact Performance and Fitness. I'll see you on the next episode.